Go live. I am live. All right. So now that I've done the wrongest thing, let's see. All right, I got to click here, and I got to click monetize. Oh, wow. And I got to request a review on yesterday's video because every video I freaking post gets demonetized. All right, guys. I saw this and laughed hysterically. I realize I am not the sharpest spoon in the drawer, but whoever wrote this title, you, sir, are a gangsta. Porn star streamer Democrat Susanna Gibson loses in tight Virginia race. It's like drama llama go. I, dude, you're killing it. Whoever wrote that title, you're killing it. Get that guy a raise. I want to buy that guy a beer. Love you, man. Kurt 24, how's it going? How's it going? And the reason I originally wanted to start this, and because I didn't want to talk about a tight Virginia race. Oh gosh, dude, dude. So let's see. We got the people joining up. Maybe I need to do a regular, what I can't talk, regularly scheduled podcast or something. But oh my gosh, Kurt is eating lunch. MC, how's it going? How's it going? So I saw this. This wasn't what I was going to talk about, but I just love the title. I want to buy that guy a beer who wrote that title. That guy needs a raise. Breitbart, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to take care of whoever wrote that title. Killer title. Killer, killer. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Let's see. Uh, that title could easily be misread. Being that I don't read, I look at the shape of the word and assume what the word is. Yeah, yeah, that one. It's like that. So the best jokes that are ever delivered are the ones that get assembled in your brain, like that aren't immediately apparent, but your brain assembles them. That's the best humor in the world. Whoever wrote that title, gangsta, you are killing it, sir. So I actually I don't know if I saw this video yesterday or whatever. This is Mark Dice. I really enjoy Mark Dice. If you guys don't watch him, definitely sub to his channel. He's talking about Mr. Beast, and I think I'm sub to him also, but I guess he's nearly the world's most popular YouTuber with like 200 million subscribers. He has at least two channels that I know of, his regular Mr. Beast and then Mr. Beast Philanthropy. So I watched this video. It says 3 days ago. Maybe it popped up in my queue 3 days ago. I built 100 wells in Africa, dude. Who's better than you? Who's? Could you imagine not just building a well for a community and maybe affecting hundreds of people's lives and making them better, but building 100 wells in 100 communities, making probably thousands of people's lives better? I mean that is just like gangsta, total, like OG, best person. And I mean, I hope the guy's a Christian. He does a lot of great things. Um, I just I always enjoy his channel and his stuff. I don't really watch it all the time, but this kind of thing is fantastic. Can we figure out what's wrong here? And I had no idea. I So Mark Dice's channel is saying now they're trying to cancel Mr. Beast, America's biggest used YouTuber. Here's what he did. So if you build 100 wells in Africa, guess what they call you? Guess. Guess. Help me out, guys. Take random guesses. I'm waiting because I know there's a little bit of a delay here. Bill Gates does a lot of work in Africa. Somehow it's a different type of charity. Yes, yes, yes. So Africa, it, it's a very interesting geographic areas. And so let's take the United States versus Canada versus Mexico. We're all countries in North America well drilled. Mike McLuhan, how's it going? MC Johnny Three Bar. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Uh, so can you imagine what they would say about somebody that raised enough money to build not just holes in the ground, but like functional wells, water towers, that type of thing, irrigation systems? What could they say bad? Scared water builder? All right, so let's just take the United States. I don't know a whole lot about Mexico in their evolution as a geographical area, the people and the culture. I know a lot about the United States, and I know less about Canada. But the Canadians and the Americans are very much similar based on our origin story and all of that. The difference is they're still sucking off the tit of the British monarch or whatever it is, and we shot him in the face. Now, how does that go? Well, basically, they're mamby-pamby puppets north of us to their government. It's like, oh, please, government, give me more cheese. Whereas we're like, hey, F this government, they're screwing us. And that's very interesting how countries evolve, geographic populations evolve, and the differences between them. And I've often wondered about the one man, like, why is Gandhi Gandhi? What made Gandhi Gandhi? What made one person a great person that everybody followed? Or we could look at other people in history that weren't so good and wonder how that occurred. But let me, I'm going to scroll over here. They're bashing him because they're calling it racist. Uh, um, it's racist that he built 100 wells in Africa. And so Taylor Lorenz is saying that nobody's canceling you for helping people. You've received extremely light criticism in the past. I don't know what that means. Does that mean he should have been more highly criticized for crap? Crazy. And the way you've monetized kindness. I don't care. First off, she doesn't know how Mr. Beast works, but that's another rabbit hole. But monetize kindness. I'm like, I don't care if you monetize kindness. The Mr. Beast, as far as I know, I could be wrong. The Mr. Beast philanthropy channel. Hey, Joe Morgan. Um, that money goes to further philanthropy. Now, his Mr. Beast channel, basically the entire budget that they make for their prior video goes to making the next video. And whatever. But so here's somebody that's famous, Taylor Lorenz, for running their mouth and not having a clue about what they're talking about. And maybe I should look in the mirror when I say that. But so Mr. Beast, no one is canceling you for helping people. You've received extremely light criticism in the past for the way you've monetized kindness content that some vulnerable people found exploited. Why can't I say that word? Exploited. Anyhow, exploited. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a word. Exploitative. So I don't understand. This is just crazy. And now I did have this thought in my head, like, how is this YouTuber? And I don't mean to. Obviously, he's very skilled at what he's doing. He's not some worldwide foundation. He's some dude on YouTube that thought he would do good things for people and started a channel. So, gangster, baller. Kudos to you, sir. The the deal is, you know, why can't, I don't know if these are the 100 wells in Africa, if it's 100 different countries. I know it's not. If there's how why couldn't the countries, the local government, the local people, somebody wealthy in that neighborhood have done the same thing? I don't know. But it's crazy. So what they're saying, the critique upon him is that he's doing this and he's making, oh, all right, so we're already out of the story. But basically, the story about him making black governments look bad because he didn't partner with the black governments. And I think that's the genius of how he did it right is he didn't partner with the governments that would have probably been nearly as corrupt as Ukraine and made the money disappear. Like if he gave them money to build wells, they probably would have made the money disappear. Just like the US government does on a daily basis with, you know, what the Obamacare website ended up costing like $1 billion in the end. I'm like, I could have farmed that out to India and pocketed, I could have done it for 50 grand by farming it out to India and pocketed all of the money. So Taylor Lorenz says it's easier to misrepresent those critiques in bad faith than engage with them directly, but I guess you've become a multimillionaire off of kindness content, and you should at least be willing to think critically about the ethical nuances of that content. Holy navel gazing. Whoa, whoa, you are, yeah, where's the Bible? Where's the Bible? Because I'm having bad thoughts. And Kurt, enjoy the rest of your day. Uh, Inspiring people to help others is great, but encouraging your people to exploit vulnerable communities for content, which they can then profit off of, enormously is the issue. Unfortunately, that is what a lot of young people take away from Mr. Beast. Wow, wow, how out of touch are you? And I know, I try to contribute. I gotta say, I don't give 10% of my money to anyone. No, yeah, my wife and daughter get better than that. But yeah, I'm not as good of a Christian as I can be because I'm definitely not giving 10% to the church and I'm not giving 10% to charities. There are a couple of charitable organizations I give to, but whoa, whoa, lady, whoa, is there any? So by and I'm not asking everybody to whip their junk out on the table here, but this Taylor Lorenz, it's like tell me what good deeds you have done and how altruistic and philanthropistic or how have you demonstrated your philanthropy? Wow, lady, wow. I I got to tell you, when I bought my first used Porsche for six, no, my second used Porsche, the first one was 4 grand, and it was like I don't know, almost 10 years old, and the second one was just younger than 10 years old. I felt guilty. I'm like, there's people starving in the world, and I spent 4 grand on a Porsche or 6 grand on a Porsche. What I'm sure this lady's doing pretty damn good for herself. What things has she done? Where has she paid to drill a well? How when people what is the saying? It, it's just amazing to me that this lady could find something wrong with putting 100 wells in Africa, getting clean drinking water that people don't have to walk miles for to get. I watched the video. It was really, I didn't think it exploited anybody. I think it showed the kids in the best way possible. Uh, in these communities that were getting water, they were happy and grateful. I mean that's like saying Ed McMahon showing up with $1 million check that's 4 feet wide, exploited people. You got to tell because he should have gave it to the government welfare system. Now, so if putting in wells in Africa is racist and exploiting Africans, would destroying wells in Africa be not racist? Be the opposite of racist? So, uh, let's see. Mr. Beast has a massive team and might be handling things more responsibly by partnering with on the ground organizations, for example, but shutting down all discussion of those nuances is unfair criticism. People's takeaway is Using vulnerable groups for monetization content equals good. Woo, woo, lady. Wow, wow. Um, I get how exhausting it is to deal with bad faith interpretations of your work. I don't think Mr. Beast personally is a bad guy at all, but he's the most powerful YouTuber and has birthed a generation of kindness influencers. So he should have frank discussions on these issues, in my opinion. Ow, ow, ow. And let's see, this guy says it also he adds it also reinforces these dangerous ideas that people helping people can only be done by charity of the wealthy. That too. Wow, wow. This is I, I'm just shocked to all get out on this one. I'm just going to go back to Mark Dice because I like his thumbnail better. Zanti Misfit, how's it going? The only negative I see is something that Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation could have done a decade ago. Amen, brother. Amen. Let's see. Let me be a good YouTuber and utilizing the tools that I have properly by displaying your comment on the screen. Yeah. With all of the UN, don't I in I may have my head completely up my ass. I would have thought everybody has some form. I mean, I got a well. Everybody in my neighborhood has a well. Private, personal well. I would have thought every community had some form of water system, and whether public or private or whatever, that they didn't have to go to a muddy stream and drag buckets back. That's crazy. Um, yeah, you would have expected the bill. When Mr. Beast did the plant a million trees or whatever, they're clean up the oceans. How do you find a negative in that? I don't care if he makes some money on that. I in as far as I know, Mr. Beast like the Mr. Beast philanthropy channel reinvests in itself and the project. I- I'm I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked that you can find a way to have negative comments about putting 100 wells in Africa. I was like, I, if I ever made enough money to be able to do that, that would be the biggest blessing ever that I could help so many people. Ooh, ouch, ouch, Johnny Three Bar. But the left did not profit from it, so it's wrong. Yeah, it didn't. There wasn't grift going through their hands. Wow. Wait, Scott. You had me at Monster. Hold on, we got to go back to that. Whoever, I got to find out who wrote. I got to go to Breitbart and look at who wrote this title because that's gangsta. That you need a raise, sir. And someday I want to buy you a beer. Uh, no, all right, Joe Morgan. I'm not sure what you got going on there, but okay. Most organizations are in existence to exist, not to solve a problem, only to talk about a solution for a century or two. Ouch, ouch. I'd get thrown off of YouTube if I started with the one example that I was going to use. If we were hanging out talking. So, let's see. Like, let's just say you had an organization to build a Panama Canal, and once it's built, it's like, well, if I was president of the organization pulling down high six figures and they built the canal, well, then I'd be like, we need to build another canal. Um, what if you had an organization to get women's voter rights? Or am I allowed to critique BLM? What if you started an organization saying Black Lives Matter and you bought yourself a bunch of mansions with all the money that all of these big organizations that were getting on their SJW bandwagon to support, and then you just blew it on yourself and didn't do any good? for any of those places. Um, yeah, yeah. So right on this. So most organizations are in existence not to exist, not to solve a problem. I'm sorry, did I get it wrong? Most organizations are in existence to exist, not to solve a problem. Only talk about a solution for a century or two and make everybody else wealthy. Amen, brother. Like the NRA. Let's talk about that. The NRA. The NRA isn't solving problems. But I shouldn't bash on them. I want money from them. Yeah, there are good. That's why I support the GOA. I support smaller organizations that have a smaller footprint that don't fly people around in private jets. And I got nothing against private jets. Shoot a gallery to England. Shouldn't you be working, man? Are you on lunch? I hope you're on lunch. So it's how can you turn Mr. Beast? Let's pull it up. What do we got here? Hopefully I got nothing bad. Let's do Mr. Beast philanthropy. So 100% of the profits from my ad revenue, merch sales, and sponsors goes towards the making the world a better place. Holy Christmas, really? Yeah, he's profiting off that. You tell him, Taylor Lorenz. He adopted an orphanage. Let's just see. How bad is this Mr. Beast guy? We powered a village in Africa. Lordy, lordy, we helped paralyzed dogs run again. Wow, that guy's really bad. Let's see. We paid for a free children's hospital. Wow. We brought water to Kenya. We powered a remote island. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was cool. I helped 2,000 amputees walk again. That guy, what a rotten guy. Giving 20,000 shoes to kids in Africa. Oh man, somebody's got to stop him from exploiting these poor people. We saved an orphanage. Not that. Rebuilding homes for tornado survivors. Oh man, this guy. What a bad guy. We flew street kids to the soccer world champion. That's total exploitation. I'm just somebody's got to do something about this guy exploiting people. We did 10,000 random acts of kindness, giving school supplies to poorest schools in America. No way. Houses for homeless people? Will the exploitation of poor people ever stop? 3 million in aid to Ukrainian refugees? Wells in Africa? A year ago, he did the same thing. He's just recycling the same evil content. Anything you can fit in the circle, I'll donate to charity. Whoa, whoa. 1 million meals, giving away one. So here's a guy, he's a serial philanthropist, the worst kind of exploitation philanthropy ever. $400,000 in merch with Dream. Not sure where that one went. We changed a family's life. Good for you, man. So I remember this one a year ago, cleaning the oceans, 10,000 10,000 families. Wow. Wow. I've had some rough financial times, but you know, uh, yeah, let me just put it that I've never missed a meal, but I've been in some rough finance in feeding people like a big Thanksgiving dinner. What a blessing. Helping hurricane survivors. We fed 5 cities in 30 days. Woo. All right, here this one. I don't know if I can get on board with that. Giving away 50,000 cookies. I mean, think about all the cavities. He was just sponsored by dentists. I know it. I know that's what's going on. Giving $300,000 to students. Yeah, that guy really really bad. Good guy all the way around. So let's see, who do we got in the chat? Johnny Three Bar, Chuck Norris Gun Club, FBI and ATF were created to enforce prohibition of alcohol. Prohibition was repealed, but those organs. Oh, dude, right on, man, right on. Yeah, yeah. DEA, ATF, right on. Yeah. So I'm not sure what you're saying. Does Mr. Beast think the world is? Yeah, God bless the guy. You know. Well, Mr. Beast is no Clinton Foundation. MC, you are killing it, killing it. Alrighty, guys, I got ish to do. I just want. All right, let's take one last excursion. Let's do the Breitbart because I want to know who wrote the Breitbart article. Because whoever you are, where is it? Where is the Virginia story? Virginia Democrats. Oh, there it is. All right, hold on. Oh, is the all right? Hold on, hold on. The jokes sometimes write themselves. Who wrote this story? I don't know if she wrote the title. Somebody read it. I'm gonna click on it. Oh, I'm not gonna say. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. The jokes write themselves. So this author wrote the story titled "Porn Star Streamer Democrat Susanna Gibson Loses in Tight Virginia Race." The author's name? I'm channeling Johnny B here. I'm just gonna leave that one. Oh, Johnny 3 Bar. Woo. Was she sponsored by? Oh yeah. Do I have to bring up the peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Peanut butter and jelly sandwich video. Alrighty, guys. I got crap to do and honeydews to slay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me for a few minutes. I hope you guys all have a great day. Oh man, someday I'll be half as smart as you guys. And I mean moving up to that. Alrighty, guys. You have an excellent freaking day. Where's the end stream button?